In many of my writings I often refer to something I call the dark sea. One of my readers asked me to talk a little more about the dark sea, and to define exactly what it means within the context of my writing. I have given a general definition that I add to my books, so that the reader can understand what I'm talking about, but I would like to make a video in order to explain the meaning of this enigmatic term in a more comprehensive or perhaps more descriptive fashion. So you may ask, what is the dark sea? Imagine that you are a fish swimming within an ocean. Due to the fact that you are a fish, you may not even realize that your home is a dark and infinite ocean, a dark sea. Due to your general physiology, you live within a certain patch or band of the dark sea that is your home. If you go too high, your physiology will not allow you to withstand the lighter pressure of this ocean, and your eyes may not be able to withstand the brighter light. Conversely, if you dive deeper than your physiology will allow, then you will not be able to breathe, and you may not be able to see in those deep dark waters. Due to the general structure of your being, you are bound to only a certain region of a large ocean. From your point of view as a fish within this ocean, the world is only so large, and as far as you can tell, the only kind of life forms that exist are the ones that either exist alongside you in this particular band of the ocean, or the odd life that sometimes makes its way across your tiny section of the dark sea. It is the case actually, that your fish eyes can only see a certain range of things. They are after all designed to only be able to exist and thrive in the most symbiotic way possible, only in that certain height within the dark sea that you call home. And therefore, the reality is that across this entire sea there is a great variety of life forms, and most of this life, even though it may be right beside you at this moment, is invisible to you, because your fishy senses cannot perceive them. Now, let's say that you are able to learn to move beyond your little band of the ocean, that somehow you are able to learn techniques that allow you to travel far beyond your particular home within this infinity, and due to this skill you begin to travel and see the many wonders to be found within the ocean. Through these travels, thanks to the techniques that you have been able to develop, you begin to see that the place that is your home is very small. That there is infinity any which way you look, and that you can go forever in any one direction without ever discovering an end to this ocean. Indeed, unlike a regular ocean, this ocean that is your home has no bottom, the depths go on forever. And there is also no surface to this ocean. You could always go higher and higher, but you will never find an end to the infinity all around you. The techniques that you have developed have allowed you to see that you are indeed inside an ocean, that there is therefore a medium that you exist within, that this medium propels you, and that it gives you life. Without it you would not be able to live so well and so free as a fish, or as any other kind of life form for that matter. Thanks to your travels you also find that this ocean in which you live is actually quite dark. That is, there are certain patches where light congregates, and within these patches or clusters as it were, there is a great deal of life and activity. But, of the totality that you have been able to witness thus far in your travels, most of the ocean seems to be quite dark. Indeed, there are certain parts within it that are so dark that they seem to be black pools of nothing. Having become a traveler of this mostly dark ocean, this dark sea, you are at times stunned by the sheer size and the darkness that you may witness. The variety of life and the infinity that you feel sometimes weighs upon you, just like the pressures of an infinite ocean can weigh upon a small fish swimming within the dark pools of an infinite sea. This is the dark sea, the great dark sea. There is no boundary to it. It is an infinity that stretches all around us every moment of every day. We are beings, like the fish, that are designed to live within certain bands of this infinity. From our point of view it seems that life and reality is only so, but for those that are able to learn ways to travel beyond the band that is their natural home, they soon discover that they indeed live in an infinite cosmos. A vastness so large and so overwhelming, so full of more things than could possibly be imagined, so dark and so fierce, so large and so full of titanic life far beyond anything that could be imagined or measured, that in the end words fail, rationality or any type of generally used mental syntax hits a wall that it cannot pass. The traveler then is faced with only one possibility in trying to describe that darkness to others of its kind, always knowing that they will fail in the end. The best that such a traveler can do is to use a metaphor and refer to the great infinity of all that is, as something akin to an incredibly dark sea. If you would like to know more about the Great Dark Sea, my descriptions of it and the techniques that I teach others so that they may learn to travel across the Great Dark Sea for themselves, then I recommend the book, The Way of the Projectionist. I will leave a link to this book in the video description below.